What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Niner Talk post game reaction, and finally, we feel pretty good. We finally get a dub. It doesn't feel as bad. 2-2 feels a lot better than 1-3, which honestly we could have won all of those games. But we're coming off a win against the New England Patriots. We expected this. There's a 10-point spread. People were concerned that we weren't going to, reach that spread, but we did. It's all right. Ayuk is I'm saying his name now, so no longer number 11 until further notice. He did look a lot better. Great catch, right? Phenomenal player, creating separation. If the plays getting extended, he's going out there. He's trying to make plays. So good for him. I'm glad that he is somewhat back. The team looks somewhat back. We don't look as sloppy as before. We still have continuous problems. I mean, number one is special teams. Special teams continues to be a problem for the San Francisco 49ers. But I don't want that to really downgrade the win that we got here today. We got a great win today. We got to celebrate. We beat the New England Patriots. It was a game that we are supposed to win. We're supposed to win this game, hands down. 10-point spread. We cover. I get some money. I put some money on this game. I get some mental health points back. So that's a good plus. And hopefully all you faithful out there are doing well. We got a dub. At the end of the day, a dub is a dub. Doesn't matter what team it is. New England Patriots, I felt like their defensive front played pretty well. It wasn't that great. We got some comments here. It says, I traded Pollard and Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jags for Reed. Thoughts? Shoots, man. Traded Pollard, I could understand that. For Reed, I really want to see Love come back and really be himself. We did see him come back today. He looked decent. He had those interceptions early. Not too bad of a trade, but Brian Thomas is starting to look like a real threat out there on the field. Rave here on YouTube says, I just lost to the highest score against back-to-back weeks. That happened to me in my fantasy match. This guy's dropped another 200 burger on me. It is what it is. Soka says, our corners are so iffy sometimes, good. A lot of times wide receivers catching everything. Yeah, our secondary continues to be something that is to be like to spread your awareness about, right? Is our corners, can they keep up? Especially when we're going up against top-notch wide receivers. It's very scary. I hate going out there. I hate that Fred Warner was out the second half. I hate that Hufanga was out the second half. But yeah, Ward is still not looking like himself. I can still veto. Should I? Honestly, I think I would. I would probably get a different package than that, Mr. Not 313770. Appreciate you joining here for some fantasy talk. I do a lot of fantasy talk on our YouTube channel, and we go live there a lot more. So if you don't know, we do have a YouTube channel at NSP Football Talk. If you guys could hop on over there and subscribe, it helps us out a ton. We are still trying to grow. We're not even close to our goal of getting 1,000 subscribers. What could I even do? It is what it is. And then Rashid Rice gets injured today. That is huge. That should be on our show tomorrow. I need to learn how to do fantasy ASAP. Soka, Boomerang. If you don't know NSP, we have a fantasy show. Myself and another co-host, we are the host of fantasy football. We have NSP fantasy leagues every single year. We help people make the playoffs. We have 100% playoff rate in our fantasy advice, people who take it. So if you want to learn how to play fantasy football, hit us up on YouTube at NSP Football Talk. Subscribe there. Join us live for our fantasy football advice and our live shows. So those do great. But getting back to the Niners system, as I said before, special teams continue to be an issue. Special teams, we had that dropped, what was it, a kick or a punt from our rookie, and that just almost giving the Patriots a chance, right? So that wasn't the only fumble of the game. We had 2 fumbles with Jordan Mason. Unfortunately enough for us, he recovered his own fumbles. It's so nerve-wracking, right? We need to clean up those little spots there. Fern G says, Niners, bang, bang, Niner gang. Hell yeah, dude. We got it. I can't so veto then. All pumped because you beat the Patriots, beat a good team. Hey, man, we are a good team. We are a good team developing. I am pumped for being the Patriots because that was the difference between going 1-3 and 2-2. So, hell yeah, I'm pumped. We're looking a little bit better. We are getting healthier. Hufanga did play this game, so that's one thing, right? But let's get those players healthy. There's a reason why Fred Warner didn't come back the second half. And, it's not like the Niners choose to play these teams, right? It is what it is. The Patriots, they're on our schedule. They're on our radar. We had no reason losing this game, which we didn't. And we look good playing this game. I mean, there's still a few things we need to brush up on. But you got to be excited if you're a Niner fan. You have to be. Says, bro, haters gonna hate regardless who beat us. On to the next bang bang Niner game. Exactly. People are always gonna hate, right? We got the win. That's the bottom line. We got the win. On to the next, right? We got the Arizona Cardinals, huge. That is a divisional game. Then after that, we got Thursday Night Football with the Seattle Seahawks. How will we come out there? We needed to get a win under our belt. We needed to get some motivation, some momentum going into the following week. We needed Brock Purdy to do good tonight. We needed Jordan Mason to look good, which he did not look good today. I will admit he did not. He had a couple of runs that looked decent, but 2 fumbles that he recovered himself did not look good at all. We could have looked a lot better, a lot cleaner. You saw a lot of times Brock Purdy had to scramble and save his life instead of, being comfortable in the pocket. That's the second time we see this. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Thank you, Niners, for one step closer to Drake May. So we see that a lot, right? We want to see Drake May, and that's understandable. That's okay. I felt very similarly to when we got Trey Lance, right? But with Drake May there, look how many times Jacoby Brissett was getting hits. And that's scary. He's getting hit hard. You don't want to put down your rookie quarterback just yet. I think you give us some more time, and eventually Drake May will come in. Let's see. We got Brock haters in shambles, but O-line needs to clean it up. They're going to, that's exactly what I was saying. Brock Purdy looked great last week. He looks great again this week. MVP in DFS tonight. Man, dude, I don't know, B Silva. I see you here on YouTube. Appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate all the fantasy comments too. I'm sorry I can't always get to it. This past week it was crazy. I traveled out of my hometown. It was like 5 hours away. I had a competition to go to, and it was crazy this weekend. Let's see. We can't baby him forever. Exactly. I mean, that's true. Yeah, you got to expose him to the league. Lamar 200 passing yards. Do you think Lamar's gonna get 200 passing yards? I don't know about that. I don't know. That's great. I need Zay Flowers to have a great game. I need Zay Flowers to drop 50 points in order for me to win. But putting Drake May into this game, I think it's a good thing that you didn't. We were all over. We were all over Jacoby Brissett. It was disgusting. I'm sorry. I try to keep up with 2 comment sections here. As I said, we are going live on YouTube as well. So if you guys don't know, NSP Football Talk on YouTube, that's where we're at. So hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. AJ, WTF, bro. The Jets losing to the Broncos is huge, right? That's crazy. I didn't see that coming. I didn't have money on the Jets, but I had some good bets on them. And for them to go out and just totally draw a blank against the Broncos, wow. At least 90 running yards by Lamar. Okay, I can see that. 90 running yards by Lamar. I just noticed Hill for 3 receptions. How you feel? I got Justice Hill for 3 receptions. How you feel? I just thought you meant notice. Justice Hill for 3 receptions is doable. It just depends how the game goes. I'm not too sure. I don't like that bet, but at the same time, if they are behind, I could definitely see that happening. So good luck to you. The UNL free throws. There you go. But yeah, Jets losing to Broncos is absolutely crazy. Hello, I need Flowers to drop 52. Yeah, I need that as well. Hopefully Flowers. What's his name? Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson screwed me today for fantasy football. I hated that. I wished he did better. I wish he got more targets. Adam Lazard is just eating all that up. I hate it. So yeah, we got other people says I picked the Broncos. The Washington Commanders beat the Arizona. That's crazy. The Washington Commanders beat the Cardinals. That was nuts. I believe I was switching through the channels, and they were just blowing out the Cardinals. I couldn't believe what I was watching. But good for them. They got their QB. Need LJ 2K to get 22.2 tonight, projected 20. Very possible. Unlikely, but possible. The Washington Commanders beat the Arizona Cardinals. Appreciate you being here. Says the weather definitely had a factor, but got to win that game. Had no faith in Greg the Leg on that kick. I believe it was before the half. We had Bo Nix at -7 yards, right? -7 yards in the first half. That is insane. The Jets defense was putting on a show in the first half. Fully expecting the Jets to beat the Vikings in London. After this game, I really don't believe so. The Vikings are looking really good, really, really good. Washington looking legit. They do look legit. Hopefully, they continue to look that way. You see them clicking on all cylinders here. Cardinals' worst team in the NFL. I don't think they're the worst team in the NFL. I'm curious to see how the Niners would do next week against the Cardinals. We got them at the same time. Um, we got to stop them, extending plays. That's really what we got to do. We got to get healthy. Hopefully, Hufanga plays. Hopefully, Fred Warner plays. We saw a little bit of D Winters today. I really hope they put him in the starting position. They took him out after he made a stupid great tackle. It reminds me a little bit of Dre Greenlaw, but yeah, they need to make some adjustments in the Niners defense. Next week against the Cardinals. Yes, sir, we do. Kyler Murray, too small. Been 6 years. Hasn't done anything. Has it been 6 years that Kyler Murray's been in the league already? Has it been that long? That's crazy. Man, I don't know. Dizzle says Jets had ball first and goal and on the 1 and didn't get a touchdown. It reminds me of the Jaguars last year. Lost a lot of money there. Remember when you said the Seahawks only barely beat the Broncos? How the Jets doing, buddy? We got some trash talk in the comment section. I absolutely love it. Appreciate every single one of y'all being here. As I said before, we are live on YouTube as well. We got some goals to hit on YouTube, you guys. So if you guys haven't yet, switch over there, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. We have a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. Not just there yet, but we want to get there soon. But going back to the Niners game, on the topic of special teams, continuing to be an issue, right? We got Brian Schneider, the special teams coach. He's been the coach since 2022. And honestly, dude, something needs to change. Something needs to freaking change. Kyle Shanahan in last game's post-game conference says that he has all the confidence in the world in Brian Schneider. And I just don't know. I don't see where he has that. I don't know where his head's at, where Brian Schneider's head's at. Like you see, a continuous trend of the Niners special teams just being a problem, being an issue, right? You had that muffed kick, which gave the Patriots right there in the end zone, and they scored a touchdown off of that. That's huge. Every time we punted the ball, we could have get those guys down. They got at least 20 yards every single time. But yeah, we got some more trash talk here. It says, Myro says, Niners for life. Yes, sir. Bang, bang, Niners gang. That's what it is. Niners faithful forever. So you got to stay strong. Even though it was the Patriots, we got to celebrate this win, right? I saw some haters in the comment section earlier that, hey, this guy's celebrating because they beat the Patriots. Big whoop. Hey, it is a big whoop, right? That's a win. And that's what counts towards the record. So hell yeah. Super excited that the Niners beat the Patriots here. You can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at Brock Purdy. Yes, Brock Purdy threw an interception in the end zone. I'm not going to hold it to him. I felt like he was being a little free there. You want to get the ball to Ayuk. That's okay. He should have thrown it a little bit sooner. But Brock Purdy played another great game. He goes out there, scrambling, extending plays. He got 2 first downs with his legs. I think he's super underestimated. I even saw a picture on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, that they put Brock Purdy's face on Lamar Jackson's body, and I thought it was hilarious. It's super, super funny because a lot of people forget how athletic Brock Purdy is, right? He's not really known for that, but he was super accurate today. He was able to extend plays with his legs like he did last week, but go out there running for first downs, that's just something else. I absolutely love it. Dizzle always has excuses for Rodgers. There's always excuses, right? There's always excuses. You're always going to have people who hate. Last week, people hated that I went live for the post-game reaction against the Niners and the Rams. It is what it is. But another thing is too, last week we had a huge issue with defense, right? Not so much defensive players, just really the play calling on defense. We couldn't really adjust. We couldn't find our rhythm defensively. So we entered this game with a 13% blitz rate, which is one of the lowest in the NFL. Not too happy about that compared to when we had Robert Saleh or D'Amico Ryans. But just before this game, when the Jets went up against the New England Patriots, they blitzed, I believe it was a little over 50% of the time just to get to Jacoby Brissett. So the Niners, they ended up blitzing, I think, at 37%. Before the half, it was 40%. Which is a huge difference. And we looked really good, right? You see Nick Bosa getting home a couple of times, especially towards the end of the game. It's a huge difference whenever your defense does adjust accordingly. We got a comment here from All Sports Commentator, says the offensive line has to get better. They must get better, right? We got Trent Williams. He finally plays a clean game, right? No negatives there. Aaron Banks, he has one negative. Our center, dude, Jake. There's he's been continuously our lowest grade offensive line since week one. I really wanted to address the center this offseason. We didn't. That's okay. We have Dominic Pooney, our rookie, right guard. He looks great. He did go down. I was a little bit of a scare, but we got Spencer Burford to come in. Dominic Pooney does come back in later. But and then Colts McKivitz. Colts McKivitz is another guy. I want. It's just offensive line does need to get more consistent, need to get better. What they're not used to is Brock Purdy being able to extend plays. And now I feel like that should be coached, right? Be aware, have your awareness up. If this guy is extending a play, go out there, block someone, try to help out your quarterback as much as possible instead of just standing around. I know you don't want to risk a block in the back. I know you don't want to risk a holding, but at least try to form a wall somewhere so Brock Purdy could run to. It's very, very messy out there. Okay. But going back to another comment here, says, Go Niners. We should get those Cardinals next week at home. What do you think? Absolutely. I feel a lot more confident after this game where the Cardinals lose to Washington. Not saying Washington's a bad team. Washington still needs to figure out a lot of things, but they look good, right? The Arizona Cardinals, they did not look good. We got 2 weeks back to back where they figure out James Conner, right? They figure out the run. They're figuring out Kyler Murray. I think the Niners are figuring out themselves. And I think today was a huge step up for the NSP faithful, right? The NSP, not NSP faithful, the Niner Empire, bang bang Niner gang. But I think we got the Cardinals next week. Brock Purdy continues to look good. Jordan Mason takes a step back. We need to adjust the offensive line, what to do whenever plays are getting extended. Wide receivers look good. Brandon Ayuk finally doesn't drop a ball, right? He looks great. George Kittle looks great. We need to get healthy defensively. We need to get Hufanga in. We need to get Fred Warner in. That'll look good. And then once Drake Greenlaw's back, this defense could be on a whole other level. A whole other level. You think the Niners will get better at the bye versus the Cowboys? Absolutely, right? The Niners, from the past, we always play very well against the Cowboys. I think we will get a lot better because we'll be a lot healthier and our team chemistry will be there. Brandon Ayuk would have half the season to get with Brock Purdy. Today, I felt like Debo looked good, right? Kittle looks super good, but I definitely think the Niners will continue to get better as the season goes on. Dizzle says, Are you worried at all about CMC more so coming back as himself? So there's rumors out there, right, that CMC is going to be, starting some hardcore workouts in maybe early November. But am I worried about CMC coming back more as himself? Not really. We all know CMC, right? We all watch football. We've seen CMC, Christian McCaffrey with the Carolina Panthers and with the Niners. Whether he's hurt or not, this guy puts his body on the line no matter what. I'm just excited about the play calling that's coming back when CMC does come back. Once CMC comes back, Kyle Shanahan's mind expands, right? We got the play calling that's super, exotic, super fun, that creative, gets the defense to scratch their heads. That's what I'm excited about. I think CMC is going to be just fine if he does come back. If he doesn't, it's going to be a hit, but I still got full faith in Jordan Mason, even though he had a iffy game today. What you think about the Broncos defense? The Broncos defense stepped up today. I see this comment here on TikTok. The Broncos defense did step up today. They ended up getting the win. I don't know how, with Bo Nix in the first half having -7 yards. But yeah, for them to figure out Aaron Rodgers and that Jets offense was something else. There's so many weapons on that offense. And for the Broncos defense to come out with a win, their whole team come out with a win, but mainly the defense, that's pretty awesome. I think their defense took a huge step forward today, and hopefully they continue to do so because they need a lot of help on that team. You think we're going to make it to the playoffs still? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. If you saw my video last week, I go live after every Niners game. This is the first year I do it. But 100%, no doubt in my mind, do I believe that the Niners will make it to the playoffs. I'm not scared. We got to remember last year we went 2-5, made it to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to freak out about it. Yeah, today was the Patriots, but I'm going to look at the bigger picture here. I'm going to look that the Niners looked a lot better from compared to week 2, week 3. We looked a lot better than what we did against the Vikings, than what we did against the Rams. We're put together. Of course, we're a little bit healthier. Brock Purdy's continuing to look good. That's a huge factor right there. And now you see Brandon Ayuk not dropping a pass. Our defense needs to be addressed a little bit more. I get it. We went up against a weak offensive line, but our corners need some more help. Diomador Lenore, that guy's a beast. He continues to show out. I need to see more from Ward. If we don't, I'm going to start to worry a little bit. But remember, Hufunga's still out. Greenlaw's still out. Fred Warner was out half this game. So once we get those pieces back, I think we're going to look a lot better. Playoffs, 100%. I do believe we'll make the playoffs. Mahomes took out his own wide receiver one. That was crazy. I was watching the replay. I got a lot of messages saying Mahomes not only threw a pick, but took out Rashee Rice at the same time. I was looking at it. I was like, damn, dude, that's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. As a quarterback, I think you got to be more aware. Of course, Mahomes is the best out there in the league. I'm going to say it. I hate a little bit, but I'm also non-biased. Mahomes is great. He's one of the best quarterback in the league right now. But you got to be a little more aware whenever you're going to take someone's knees out, especially if you threw a pick six, because just like in this scenario, you might have taken out your wide receiver for the rest of the year. That's nuts. That's nuts. Dizzle says, AJ, nobody beating KC. What was the final score in that game? I didn't get to see it. I was trying to set up this video here, but Kansas City, real quick, just look it up. I know it was a close game. So they ended up winning 17-10. Wasn't the cleanest looking game, but I don't think KC is indestructible. No starting running back. No wide receiver one. That's also true. No Isaiah Pacheco, no Rashee Rice, which I don't know. Depending on the details that we get about Rashee Rice, he could very well be out for the entire season. That looked pretty bad. Hopefully he's okay, just because I hate injuries to players. But yeah, hopefully he's all right. Brian Wood 7. Hey, appreciate you coming back, Brian Wood 7. Hi, how you doing? I don't why the sad face. We won today. We got Patriots today. We put them in their place, and we looked a little bit better. So there's a lot to be excited about. Issues are being addressed, or getting better. All the issues besides the special teams. I said Rams. You forgot you're a Rams fan. So the Rams lost today. That was kind of crazy as well. I didn't get to see the whole game. Whenever the Niners are playing, I usually have NFL Red Zone going on, but when the Niners are playing, I keep that going. But I thought I had the Rams actually winning today. They played earlier. I forgot. I had the Rams actually winning today against the Bears. That was kind of crazy, but yeah, that is nuts. Good for the Niners, not so good for the Rams. And then we get the news today that Puka Nacua could be out for another month. That's harsh. That's really bad if you're a Rams fan. But yeah, sorry to hear that, Brian Wood. Appreciate you being here though. Come out here and leave as many comments as you like. We're here for you. Okay, from one Niners fan to a Rams fan. I know it sounds weird, but going forward, Isaac Guerrero, I don't think he should be receiving kicks anymore. That was extremely scary. Jordan Mason, both those guys, Jordan Mason, Isaac Guerrero, both give the Patriots the opportunity to come back into this game. I did not like that. We might have all our players back approximately November. CMC, Greenlaw, Hufunga. We will only get better. Well, Hufunga played last game. Hufunga played great last game. He didn't play bad, but you can still tell that injury was lingering around. So I'm glad that he sat out today. Get healthy. Let's wait for the Cardinals. Wait for the Seahawks. Those are the games that matter. They matter the most. But why was Ronnie Bell not active? Dizzle, were you here last year? I don't think you were. Why was Ronnie Bell not active? Because he threw last game. He threw the last game. He was one of the main reasons. You could have him as the reason of why we lost to the Los Angeles Rams last week. Ronnie Bell is probably not going to be active for a little while now. We see Jacob Cowan out there. I'm glad to see him. He does trip off a long ball, but that's okay. I can't wait to see more of him. And then we may get Ricky Pearsall next week. That is insane. That's another guy out there, Mr. Debo, that you forgot to put up there is Ricky Pearsall. We're seeing more and more rotation of wide receivers. Today we saw a little bit of Cowing, but yeah, having Debo, Jawan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle all out there offensively. It was pretty cool. I don't think they were all 100%. George Kittle looked like a stud as always. Ayuk did a drop of ball. Deebo Samuel looked pretty good today. I was scared when he got hit hard that one play. I thought he was going to stay down for a little bit. I'm glad he didn't. So good for him. But not mad at this game. And if anybody's out there saying, "Oh, you're celebrating a Patriots win," celebrate. You wear your shirts, wear your jerseys, whatever it is. Put on your hats. A win's a win, and that means we are one step closer to making the playoffs. These next 2 weeks are super crucial. We got the Arizona Cardinals, and then we got Thursday Night Football, which I will be there, in person, against the Seattle Seahawks, and that is going to be huge. That is going to determine. I want to say it will determine, but also it's going to set the tone for this division. I want to say that will determine whether the Niners are going to be in the top of their division or playing out just hoping for the wild card spot, which I think they will make the playoffs no matter what. But the Seahawks got a tough matchup. They're going up against the Detroit Lions. We'll see how that goes. And hopefully the odds are in our favor. No ill will towards any Seahawks fan. One of my best buddies, another host here, NSP, is a Seahawks fan, and no ill will towards you, but it will just help out the Niners. And this is just for the Niners, strictly for that. But that's right, guys. We got to be happy. We got to be excited. We got a dub for the Niners. If you guys want more action here, like I said, on YouTube, we go live. NSP Football Talk. If you guys haven't yet, hit us up on YouTube. The link is in the bio here on TikTok. I'm also live over here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We will be going live Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We put out videos, but we put out videos almost every single day. But appreciate you guys being here. I think I will end the live stream here. Appreciate you guys, but keep on grinding, faithful.